Hey everybody, this is Mental Moments with Mo. I'm just playing. It's not that. Trust me, you guys couldn't handle those. I barely make it through the Mental Moments with Mo. Speaking of moments though, I did want to take a quick one to share something with you guys. You know, the other day, being back here in Charlotte, as I'm settling in, there's different things taking place, great things. And there are some things that I still am expecting God to move in certain areas, to bring certain things to pass. However, I just took some time to really reflect on all He's already done, and it was such a blessing. And yesterday, I was having what I would call a moment. And today, what God, as I was reflecting on that moment, one of the things that God was reminding me of is that we respond, or we call certain things moments quite often. You hear those in different conversations or all over the place, social media, people talking about moments, I'm having a moment, or, you know, different things like this, or I feel some type of way. Well, one of the things that I was reflecting on today, as I was spending some quiet time, was that moments are opportunities to become something greater. You can either sit in that moment and enjoy it, embrace it, learn from it, whatever the case may be. But just like some people be like, give me a moment, I'm having a moment, or I just need a minute because I'm having a moment. And, you know, you take that time to go away and to deal with it. Well, the same thing when it's a good moment. We can choose to grab hold to what it is we're experiencing in that time and maximize on it and cause it to last and just become a way of life for us. You know, we have people, I was hearing people this year, I'm not doing the Happy New Year thing, blah, blah, blah. Happiness is something that comes and goes. But whether it's something... whether or not it is something that comes and goes isn't necessarily the question, but the thing to really focus on is, what did you do with it? What caused it? And what's going on in your life that keeps it from remaining or being your state of being? Why is it that happiness is something that has to come and something that has to go? Why can't we just live happily? Even when we hear fairy tales, you know, they all were ending with the thing of living happily ever after. So even though that was a fairy tale, we have the power, the means to make that become our reality, to make that our everyday, to wake up happy, to go to bed happy, to spend throughout our days happy. They don't have to just be moments. It can be our way of living. So when something great pops up, something new and exciting, you have the ability to learn from it and glean from it, to grow in it, to explore it and embrace it. It doesn't just have to be something that came and it went. And even in those situations in life where things do come and go, just like people come and go, we all have a time to live and a time to sleep eternally. And with those things, it's what we do in between. So, like I said, even though things come and they go, we still can learn from every one of those things. And if you think about it, some of the worst relationships you've had in your life, you've learned some things. You learned some things about you. And that's wisdom, because oftentimes we revisit those trying to get an understanding about people or the other parties that were a part of those relationships. But I think the best thing to learn from those are things about us, not just things that what we like or don't like, but how we respond to life, how we respond to good things, bad things. I knew at one point I realized that I really didn't know how to say compliments. People would say, "Oh, you look nice," or "Oh, I love your hair," "Oh, I love this," and how I responded wasn't a thing of I dismissed it, but it didn't really register, or I joke about it, or I go into something else, or whatever the case may be. Well, for the longest, there was this time where I dealt with insecurities on different levels about different things. But coming into my own and learning about me, it helped me with those things. So, I don't know. So you kind of just got to be able to learn from the different experiences we have. And also, I know some people leave our lives, and usually around the end of the year, that's the time when everybody's talking about they're cleaning out this, they're cleaning up that, and, you know, they're getting rid of people. And then when some people leave, you feel like now that they're gone, my life is this much better, or things are different and I can this and I can that. And sometimes it's not about the person being removed from your life as much as it is their influence no longer being a part of your life. Because those same people can come in your life after they've been gone and you've experienced something different. And because something in you has changed, what they say, what they think, or what they feel doesn't weigh as much in your decisions as it used to. Why? Because something in you has changed. And sometimes what God is allowing us to see through relationships is how many other voices speak louder than his in our life. Oh, this started out about moments and now it's about something else. But to whoever needs it, I pray you receive it. Well, anyway, even in that, as their influence changes, or those things, if we don't take heed to it and put them and their voice or their thoughts and their opinions in the proper place, then what will eventually happen is God will allow them to be removed, because you won't put those things in their proper place. And it's not about putting people in their place. It's about putting their influence in the proper perspective and making sure that God is the first and final voice on the things that you decide and how you move and how you live your life. Because if you go according to what man is saying and what man is doing, then man has to become the one to continuously feed that or lead you or provide for you. But if God is the one that is leading you and guiding you, then God is the one that will provide the provision necessary for whatever it is that he has called you to do. So I hope that this moment, Carla, maybe it was a mental moment with Mo, because it just went from here to there. But anyway, I pray it was a blessing to someone as it was to me. God bless you. Keep looking forward to these. They'll be coming more often. As you see, I'm in my new office. You see that? Dream, believe. I love it. Being back in Charlotte has been such peace. It's brought about that peace back, and just so many things have shifted and changed. So I just bless God for forever guiding and leading and never giving up when we get out of pocket or out of character, or we go left sometimes, or we think this is supposed to be that and we do this, or people begin to speak and again they become influential in the things that you make. But I just pray that someone is able to gather and redirect or realign themselves with the voice of God, and hearing and allowing him to lead and guide and trusting what it is you say. One of the things that I always put up is seek, listen, hear, trust, and obey. Seek God. Listen for his voice. Hear, understand, take in what it is that he's actually speaking to you. Trust that thing and obey it. Walk it out and watch you see the blessings of God upon your life, the favor of God upon your life. Walk out the things that you've been graced to do, anointed to do, dreamed to do. Believe God has spoken to you. See the promises manifest in your life. The healing that Jesus, the stripes were for. You receive these things. It's so much, and I don't want to make this any longer than it already has been. So just look forward to another one coming soon. I feel like I'm talking fast in this video, so we'll do better next time. Slow it down a little bit, but at least it's a video, so you can always push rewind. I love you all. Keep it kingdom. Until next time. Peace.